Most people are prisoners of the moment. They chase what feels good, what's fast, what's visible. But the Stoic asks a deeper question. Will this last? Is this eternal, or just temporary pleasure disguised as purpose? This is the sacred war inside. Every decision, a war between what matters now and what will matter forever. A war between ego and eternity, between appetite and virtue, between the flesh and the soul. Your choices reveal who you serve. Do you serve impulse or integrity? Do you serve applause or alignment? Every yes and every no is a vote for who you are becoming, and the Stoic knows becoming is everything. What you do once becomes what you do always. What you choose now becomes what you carry next. And nothing is more dangerous than thinking your time is unlimited. Because it's not. You are running out of days. So each one must be sacred, not wasted on distraction, not sacrificed to comfort, but directed toward the eternal. Your mind is your temple. Don't rent it to opinions. Don't decorate it with trends. Don't. Defile it with lies. Guard it like something sacred, because it is, and your time. It's the currency of your soul. Don't trade it for what won't last. Temporary pleasure fades, but character echoes, fame ends, but virtue stays. The Stoics didn't seek immortality in name. They sought immortality in action, because what you do, what you endure, what you become, that's what lasts. So choose discipline over dopamine. Choose purpose over popularity. Choose silence over noise. Because the world will keep offering distractions, and you must keep refusing them. Not because you're better, but because you've seen the truth. Most of life is empty until you fill it. With something sacred, the party ends, the praise fades, the money gets spent, the moment dies, but honor does not die, virtue does not fade, courage does not decay. Every sacred choice is a seed, a future self waiting to grow, and every compromise, every shortcut, every shallow yes is a betrayal of that self. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be aligned, not here to follow the crowd, but to follow your code. You do not serve fashion. You serve truth. So ask yourself, will this choice make me proud 10 years from now? Or will it haunt me? Does this serve my soul or just my appetite? You don't need everything. You need meaning, and meaning doesn't come cheap. It demands sacrifice. Focus, pain, but it gives something deeper in return, peace. Because you're no longer torn between 1,000 paths. You walk one with clarity, with courage, with conviction. That's the power of sacred living, to walk past what's easy, toward what's eternal, to say no to what glitters, because you've seen what truly shines, and it's not gold. It's not praise. It's not power. It's integrity. And once you've tasted integrity, you can't go back to faking. to chasing to folding. You'd rather walk alone with truth than sit surrounded by lies. You'd rather endure the silence than sell your soul for a spotlight. You'd rather be forgotten by men than forget yourself, because the Stoic knows reputation is fleeting, but virtue is forever. So you make the sacred choice in small ways. Daily, you wake early. You show up. You finish what you start. You forgive. You let go. You speak less. You act more. You don't need to be loud. You need to be real. And the more real you become, the more peace you will find, not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. The winds still blow, but your roots are deep. You are not building for this hour. You are building for eternity. So don't ask, what feels right now? Ask, what honors who I am becoming? And don't ask, what will they think? Ask, what would my highest self choose? Because in the end, they won't remember your job title, or your follower count, or your outfit, or your clever tweets. They'll remember how you lived, what you stood for, what you endured, what you built, and when you die, the only thing that goes with you is your character. So build it like it matters, because it does. Every sacred choice is a step into immortality. You may not live forever, but your example can. Your courage can. Your words, your actions, your legacy, they don't die if they were built on truth. So keep choosing what echoes, not what evaporates. The high road, not the easy one, the honest word, not the flattering one. The right thing, not the comfortable one, because each time you do, you become more than a man, more than a woman. You become a message, and the world doesn't need more noise. It needs messages. It needs examples. It needs people who choose the eternal, even when it costs them everything, especially then, because that's when it's real, when it hurts, when it costs, when it requires faith. That's the proving ground where your soul is shaped, so don't run from pain. Ask what it's teaching, don't chase comfort. Ask what it's costing. Don't seek the temporary crown. Seek the eternal reward. The Stoics knew we are all dying, but few of us are truly living. And to truly live is to live for what matters, not for attention, but for alignment, not for pleasure, but for purpose, not for now, but for forever. That's the sacred path. It's narrow, but it's clear. And if you stay on it, you will find peace. Not the peace the world gives, but the peace that stands in the fire and does not burn, because it's built on rock, not sand, built on truth, not trend. So walk it, and let every step be a sacred choice. The world will rush you, push you, persuade you, panic you into choosing what is quick. But the sacred path doesn't run on speed. It runs on stillness, on alignment, on timeless wisdom, when you make a sacred choice. You pause before you pick. You reflect before you respond. You weigh not just what you gain, but what it costs your soul. Temporary things shout, but eternal truths whisper, and if you don't slow down, you'll miss them. The Stoics didn't care about their names and crowds. They cared about their name in the heavens. They didn't chase popularity. They pursued principle, because popularity fades. But principles form the structure of your soul. The crowd will cheer today and forget tomorrow. But your integrity remains with you. In your silence, in your solitude, in your suffering, choose what doesn't glitter, but glows, what doesn't excite, but elevates, what doesn't seduce, but sanctifies. You are either shaping your eternity or selling it for approval, selling it for comfort, selling it for what won't even matter next month. Build slow, but build sacred. Choose late, but choose right. And walk away from anything that cheapens your calling, as sacred is rarely celebrated, because it threatens the shallow. But you're not here to be liked, you're here to be light. Everything in this life is either eternal gold or temporary glitter, and the more you practice choosing the gold, the more peaceful your path becomes. There will be moments when you're misunderstood, moments when people say you've changed, that you've lost your edge, but they don't understand. You haven't lost your edge, you've simply found your center. And the center holds, the center carries, the center sanctifies. This is what the Stoics knew, what the sages practiced, what the divine has always whispered to the few. Choose the eternal, lose the rest, because the rest was never meant to last anyway.